Do you feel something strange? Is it the world spinning faster than ever? Or is it the environment with the effects of climate change? One thing's for sure, everything changed. The people, the planet, the culture. As our surroundings are evolving, how can we conserve and utilize our heritage? Ifugao's terraces are listed as a World Heritage Site, but these have also been on the endangered list of the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization, otherwise known as UNESCO. The 5 clustered terraces, collectively declared a World Heritage Site by the UNESCO in 1995, comprise of Batad and Bangaan in Banawe, Nagakadan in Kiyangan Town, Central Mayoyaw in Mayoyaw Town, and the whole of Hunduan Town.
The rice terraces in the 1960s, declared as the 8th wonder of the world, is well maintained and appreciated by the locals and tourists that consider it very beautiful. The 1970s started the arrival of tourists in Batad, while it boomed in the 1980s. In the 2000s, Batad was recognized as a World Heritage Site.
The Ifugao rice terraces in the Philippines have grand and beautiful characteristics. Indeed, climate change negatively impacts the culture, economy, and the environment. It is claimed that the rice terraces are in danger and may be removed from the list of World Heritage Sites. The importance is felt in their culture as it helped them on their way of living and how they also genuinely appreciate and understand its significance.
Our farmers were well aware when climate change happens, though they are not deeply knowledgeable about it. Despite this, they were able to notice that the temperature changed. They acknowledged that there is something wrong, but if they were asked about it, they do not fully understand the definition and the science behind how climate change works.
Climate change affected the planting schedule, as they were unable to forecast the dry and rainy season. The locals observed how the fertile mud weakens as it seriously reduces the quality of the rice. They wonder, why are there so many storms? As their families find it difficult to cope with the uncertainty of the weather and temperature changes, especially because the rice terraces are their main source of income. In the 1980s, the second cropping was quite prevalent, but it was discontinued more or less than 30 years ago. When it comes to their culture, rituals were not practiced anymore due to the rise of Christianity and other religions today, leaving pagan faith behind. Some of the native houses were turned into convenience stores as an alternative for their source of income. The Ifugao rice terraces and the community within have been changing as time goes by. But its essence and significance benefit various aspects that still remain up to this day. Filipino ancestors were the ones who preserved this cultural heritage before the Philippines experienced the dawn of civilization. Given that they cultivate rice primarily for local use, the Ifugao people significantly preserved the rice terraces. It is a key reason why it has attracted tourists' attention, as it amazes them and believe that this is a wonder.
Without these rice terraces, we don't know where we are. If the rice terraces weren't built, we don't know what our lives would be. Where are we now?
The impacts of climate change goes beyond environmental issues. It also alters the socio-cultural way of life and threatens the economic prosperity of the Ifugaos. A remark from one of the locals stated that if you can figure out when to plant rice, you will risk losing a source of food for your family. Farmers decide to sow rice earlier than planned as climate change affects the cycle of agricultural activities. As a result, soil erosion occurs when El Niño and La Niña takes place. Farmers go to urban areas and look for temporary jobs as crop damages affects the ability to support their families, making the youth uninterested to farming and passing of culture a challenge.
Given the circumstances, we cannot do anything, especially if we, senior citizens, will die grinding so much at work. It's just hopeless. Our rice terraces will fall down.
We cannot stop climate change. What we can do is to adapt from it. However, the situation of rice terraces is more complex. We cannot just adopt because actions should be able to address all three aspects at once equally. A perfect model for sustainable tourism.
I hope that the government shifts their focus to the irrigation system, since it is very significant to sustain the rice fields.
Be aware of all the mess we left here as a tourist, that we are introducing ourselves to a village that it's not ours.
To the tourists to visit our dear Batad, please respect our culture and heritage.
We need to be mindful of sustainable tourism and then supporting local business, local people, local communities.
We have to support the advocacy of our congressmen, where there should be a regular funding through signature campaign for this bill. Everybody should help to preserve. It is for this generation and for the next generation to see.
Pagsikat ng araw ay maglalakbay, alam mo ba ang aming buhay? Init ng araw ay iniinda, sira na rin ang aming palay. Tuyot na ang lupa't may panganib pang umuho sa aming tahanan. Sa harap ng balakid, lumubog man sa puti, titindig ng kapit-bisig. Kultura kinagisnan, buhayin at balikan, pamalang kalikasan, ating protektahan. Ikaw ang tanglaw sa iyong pamamagitan, magliliwanag ang ating daan. Ang iyong tinig ang aming kailangan sa kinabukasang likhing makamtan. Sundin nais ng iyong puso't isipan, dinggin sigaw ng ating kababayan. Pagkilos mo ang inaasahan mula sa pagsabayan. Hubugin natin sa kaalaman ang ating mga kabataan. Isulong ang kulturang bayanihan, isingin nating kamalayan. Kulturang kinagisnan, buhayin at balikan, pamanang kalikasan, ating protektahan.
The time for action is now. Let us thrive in a fast-changing world through capacity building, focusing on surveillance and monitoring, improving governance, and networking. We need to understand that climate change will not go away, so there must be a coexistence with it and the rice terraces. Let's put our hearts together to make these possible. You, me, all of us. Let's illuminate the beacons of hope.
Together, we can make a difference.
Whether it may be small, every action can have a big change.
Ensure the future of the youth by preserving the rice terraces.
Take action today.
Rethink tourism on how we pursue wisdom, excellence, and delight
To guide one's path. Maging tanglaw para sa iba, para sa kultura at bayan, para sa mundo.